Hello, hello, good afternoon, and we are live. We are live right now on Facebook and YouTube and a couple of other channels. And this is a very, very special live that we're doing. And it is with a message. So stay tuned for this amazing, amazing live that 5 or 6 of us have got together and share with you this amazing, powerful message. So here are my friends. That are also going to give you some insights and teach and share something with you that has to help them in their lives. So if you guys want to introduce yourself and then we'll get started. Bao, you want to start?
Yes, my name is Bao Tran from Houston, Texas. I'm a real estate investor.
Hello.
My name is Shamaya. I live in Panama, Central America.
Hi, my name is Swapna. I am the better half of Amit. And we are not only life partners, but we're also business partners. And we're very excited for this amazing Facebook Live today.
My name is Ahmad Duranai. I'm a leadership and communications coach and a student of some great teachers in my life, among them Mayor Ezra.
Awesome.
Awesome. All right. Powerful. Thank you. Thank you for the introduction. So I will start with some of the things that I've learned from Mir and how it has totally changed the way I actually operate my life. So one of the things that Mir has taught us is to really have a look at some of the problems that we are facing. And when I heard this for the first time from Mir, guys, I just didn't understand the gravity of this, right? I mean, Mir says something, and like, oh yeah, that makes sense, and we kind of discount that. And I've been discounting that for a while, but when I started to really have a look, like, why is he emphasizing that so much? I discovered something so amazing that when I started to look at the problem, when I really confronted the problem and started to really have a look, I realized that what Mir has been teaching me about problem, what it is a force and counter force. And I started to look at the problem and I said, okay, I'm putting in force and nothing is happening. So there must be something that is being generated automatically, which is a counter force. And once I started to look at that aspect, I started to identify things in my life that were actually totally counterproductive for me. And I made some changes into my life and into my business. And you will not believe, like, I started to make these changes about a year ago, and my business has grown at least 3 times of what it was last year.
Wow.
Right now, it has grown 3 times. Just following some basic concepts that Mir has taught me in my life, and I've applied them, not just because he said it, not just because some authority said it, but because now I understand that, and I made those concepts my own. And when I made them my own, I really confronted these major problems that I had. I understood them, and the changes that have happened in my business are they are quantum leaps that I have done in my business. So Mir Ezra is definitely a person to follow. And of course, the special training that he's doing tomorrow, which is Sunday, is going to be fascinating. That I would really encourage you as a viewer to really attend this. And we are going to go around in this circle right now to tell you something that we've learned, how we've applied in our life, what success we've got. And here we go. Who wants to go next here?
Okay, go ahead, Ahmed.
I think it's alphabetical, so Ahmad and Amit and Ahmad go. So that's how it should go.
Sounds good.
I don't want to take a lot of time. I will just talk about 2 things that I have used, that I have learned from my attending webinars with Mir, that have really helped me to take care of a lot of issues in my life. One of them is the 5-second rule. Just a good example. Yesterday, I was working some landscaping around my house, and I kind of developed some kind of, I don't know, a pinched nerve or a lower back pain.
Okay.
And there was about 1 hour of time left to finish what I was supposed to do. And if I had left it, I had to do it the next day or after I recover from my back pain. But I applied the 5-second rule. I said, okay, I think I can sustain this for 5 seconds. And I
Wow.
continued. And I another 5 seconds, and another 5 seconds, and another 5 seconds. And I finished the job. And somehow that pain also had disappeared.
Wow. That's amazing.
Well done.
Yeah, the other thing that I want to share with the viewers here is how to apply decisions to open cycles. So one thing I learned from Amir was that whenever I feel low toned and low energy, write a list of some of the open cycles that you have on a piece of paper, and then you make a decision against each one of them. This one I'm going to do right away and take actions to do it. This one is no more important in my life. I'm not going to do it. And this one will be so and so. Regarding each 5, 6 open cycles, you make a decision. And by the time you reach to the end of your list, I have noticed that there is a complete discharge that happens. And
Wow.
suddenly I feel full of energy to do that.
Nice.
So on the surface, it looks very simple, but it is life-changing. So just those 2 tools among several dozen things that I have learned and applied from Mayor's webinars.
Wow.
Very nice. Ahmad, how did it change your life?
My life is that now I'm more cause, I'm more in control.
That's
Instead
awesome.
of being overwhelmed by my circumstances, I'm in charge of it.
That's
Very cool.
I'm the boss, which is the other tool that I use.
Yes.
And that's so fascinating because these things that we're learning from Mir, they're so simple to apply, right? That's the best part I like about what we learned from Mir. They're so simple to apply that sometimes they're not easy, right? But they're pretty simple.
Yeah, I remember when we first met, and that Mayor said, well, that, if you want to change something, you have to look at me, what I can change. And I'm like, what? But then after the years, he shows you how. I used to be one of those seminar junkies. I went, you name it, I've been Tony Robbins, Laura Langmeyer. I went to one after the other. I was reading the books and the online courses, because I thought if I want to be successful, there's something I need to learn. There's something I need to figure out. And one of the key things that I discovered, that it wasn't working, because my life was it was quite a mess at the time. Financially, even my business, it wasn't really, I was doing okay, but it wasn't consistent, and people say, well, that's business, it's the cycles. It goes well, and then it doesn't go well, and it goes up and it goes down. And because they see it with everybody, people start to believe that it's normal, that life and business is a roller coaster. But it doesn't have to be that way. That's what I discovered. When I first went to Mayor's seminar, I generated more sales in the 3 months after than the whole year before.
Wow.
And there was just so much more joy in life. Because as you mentioned, Ahmad, you're more in control, so you don't feel like life is hitting you. But the key thing, what makes Mayor different than anybody else, is that it's not that we need to learn more. It's actually the thing that's stopping you and what's causing you the most problems is the things that you've learned in the past that you know for sure it works, and it just doesn't work.
Right.
And once he shows you that was what you learned, or not, I can't say it's really learned, because you have the ability already. But once you regain your ability to discern lies from truth, then you can see, okay, this is the truth, and it works all the time, every time. But if it's a lie, you use it, you follow that principle, but it doesn't bring the expected results.
Wow.
And that for me has changed everything. I used to be an expert in dating the wrong guys, like one after the other. It was just a nightmare. And now we've almost married for 5 years with a wonderful man. We're having like great fun. We also work together just like you in the business, and we're really on purpose. And what we've learned was helping other people. And that is really beautiful, to have the ability to pay it forward to others.
Yes,
That's so
yes.
true. That's so true. Wow.
Absolutely. That's amazing.
That's great
Shamaya.
wins. Great wins, Shamaya.
Fascinating. I remember, before you were married, we attended some seminars together. You were a good note taker, by the way. I still have the notes that you prepared and you shared.
Oh,
I think it
yeah, I
was
love to organize. I love to organize things. I'm now launching. I did this book where before I was a lot of writing stuff. Now I started organize to monetize, because that's the other point. If there's too much chaos, then you can't really discern, which I love what you mentioned, Tamat, with the open cycles. So a cycle is start, change, stop. And there's a lot of things that we start, we change, and we don't finish. And all those things that in the back of our mind, we still know we should. So it's taking up a lot of our attention units, a lot of life force. And we know we don't feel good about ourselves because we make a promise we didn't keep.
a lot of RAM
Yeah, that's a good example too.
in our computer. I think that's what happens when people become older. Their memory deteriorates is because the RAM is filled with unfinished cycles, with
Yes,
open cycles.
so true.
So their memory deteriorates. If they will start removing some of those open cycles, suddenly the memory will come back.
Exactly. Yeah, that's so true. And you have more energy.
Agree.
Awesome.
Definitely. I can see that with Bao. Bao is like amazing. He's running several businesses, taking care of his 3 beautiful kids. His wife has her own business. He's really doing a lot of contribution in the Vietnamese community. It's really beautiful, Bao, because we've been going to Mer seminars together for a while, and I've seen how you've grown even more. Like you're shining.
Thank you. Yeah, I started knowing Mia about 6-7 years ago. At the time, I just asking about like how can I build my business, how can I make more money and stuff like that. And he just like, okay, here we're gonna do, I'm gonna train you this and this. And I just like, he focused more about happiness and healthy at the time. And I said like, my goal is to make more money. And now I understand that, if you are not happy and healthy, you have no money. so now, it's just like he see the point, the problem that come before, and he help me to fix that. And I just keep like saying, no, this is what I want. But then I realized now, after a few years being a good student, I realized that, okay, he know exactly from the beginning what I need. And now, that is how I get. Now I have healthy, I'm being healthy, happy, and get money at the same time.
Yeah.
So that's
Great.
That is what I like about Mia. He see that, but he doesn't, invalidate me or tell me like, okay, you don't understand what is your problem and stuff like that. He just, okay, I get it. So here's what we're gonna do. And I just follow it and I just do it like, let's say like blindly, without like knowing that my problem is not about money, it's about happiness, about healthy. I need to keep my body, my spirit healthy and always in the happiness. And now this is what I get, exactly what I get when I asking him for. And what I love about is that I learned how to be able to be a good dad, a good husband, so I can build a happy family. And what I'm doing now, and I'm teaching my Vietnamese community about what I learned from Mia in general about how to have a happy family. And that's what I am so happy about, because I know what I'm sharing with them now is what I learned from Mia, is what gonna help them. If they follow it properly, they can build a happy family. In terms of, at the end, they will be able to make money as well. And for everybody that want to learn or follow Mia on his teaching, I think the upcoming Sunday is the good webinar that they can join. I think it's on the link right here. It's www.miaezra.com/yoga, and it's on Sunday, 3 p.m. Eastern Time, 2 p.m. Central Time, 1 p.m. Pacific Time. And if you really want to be a better person for your family, or be a person who can create more money for your business, join this Sunday so you can learn more about it.
Awesome, Bao. Thank you for for sharing that. And that's really so amazing that, because I've had the same experience with Mir. Before I started attending Mir's webinars and seminars.
Swapna, you sound very far away. Is there anything you can do to get closer to the mic?
Do I sound very far away? Okay, give me 1 second. Let's see.
Well,
We'll set it up.
Yeah.
we'll have to take it like the technology is like that.
Now we don't hear you at all. No sound.
How's that?
Yes,
Yeah.
much better.
Is that much better?
No.
Yes.
But there's
Yes,
some
okay.
echo.
So, yeah. So the thing is with Mir, I started when I started attending his webinars, his seminars. Before that, it was my limitation, my drawback was that, I used to get very easily impatient. That was one of the things that I was facing. It was almost like a challenge. And ever since I started attending Mir's webinars and seminars, I have not only gained my certain very powerful abilities, but the thing that he teaches, the most important concept for me that he has taught me, is that understanding other people's viewpoints, understanding where they come from, their perspective. And ever since I really got that one major concept and I applied that in my life, I have found that it has changed a lot of my relationships for a much better outcome. So I'm much more patient, but not only that, I can really understand the other person. I not necessarily agree every time with the other person, but I have the ability now that, okay, you know what, I understand you, I know where you're coming from, and that actually develops or increases my affinity, my bonding towards the other person. And it has reflected in my relationship with my parents, with my in-law, with my kids, as because before I used to be very, I wouldn't say short-tempered with my kids, but I used to get annoyed easily, but now so it's helped me become a better mom. And I'm not saying this because only I feel, but my kids have given me the feedback. My daughter comes up to me
Wow.
the other day, she said, when Sahil, I let him play in the kitchen, what would never happen before. I was actually playing with him basketball in my kitchen, but before I would be like, oh my God, I would be like, oh no, you can't do this, you cannot do this, what do you mean you're doing this, stuff like that, right? But when I realized that, hey, you know what, this is fun, it's a part of the game that we are playing called life. And it was so beautiful to just spend that quality time with my son playing basketball in our kitchen, which was so much fun. You guys should try it. But anyways.
We will next time we're in Toronto, Swapna. We'll come play basketball in your kitchen.
That is my big win, because I now understanding other people's viewpoints, I am able to communicate better with other people and build that relationship at a much, much, much deeper level. And that's only happened after being in association with Mir for the last, 3 years now. So that's a big win for me.
Fabulous. And you have beautiful kids, which says a lot about you and Tamit. Like your kids are remarkable. Like super bright, but so caring, so loving, so genuine. I remember like her son, we went out to the restaurant and on a napkin, he made a little gift, like a little drawing for the waiter to say thank you for the service.
Yes.
And that too, like remarkable children.
Thank you, Shamaya. Yes, that was a great time we had together, by the way.
Yes.
And that's another beauty, I think, with Mir. It's like we are from all different parts of the world. You're in USA, Bao. You are Shamaya. You're in
Panama.
and we are in Toronto. And it's like, oh my God, it's a beautiful community, and it's full of beautiful people. So
yeah, that's true. Also the variety of people. We have old, young, everything in between, families, single people, older people. Like, it's a really wide variety of people, because
Yes.
it's the people that are willing to look and make a difference in their own lives and the lives of others by that.
Absolutely.
Which is really beautiful.
Yeah, and that is our main intention of doing this live today, is just to invite people, invite you all, you know, whoever is watching this Facebook Live, on YouTube Live. We really want you to come have a look in the webinar that Mir is going to be doing tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And the link is right there. Just come and have a look for yourself. You know, that's another beautiful thing what Mir says is it's only true if it's true for you, right? So just come have a look. It's an invitation. Just come. There's no, I mean, if it speaks to you, it speaks to you, right, Shamaya? That's what.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
And it is. It's also, as Mayor said, it's not, and it is, you know, it requires a special person, which is why I love all of you so much. Because you said it's life-changing.
Yes.
It's not easy. Because you're used to doing things a certain way. You're used to seeing life a certain way. You're used to saying, okay, this is how it is. And then to be willing to look and say, okay, does it actually work?
Yes.
Does it bring the expected results?
Yes.
If it does, great. But if it's not, maybe you should actually have a look and see, is it true what I see? Is it true what I believe? And look for yourself, especially now, because the world is kind of in this turmoil all over the place, and this person says this and the other person says that. And the question is, what is true? But look for yourself. Don't just believe anybody just because he's a doctor or an expert in this, or like he's with the government or the World Health Organization. Look for yourself. That, for me too, is one of the greatest lessons I've learned. Look, don't listen.
Yes.
So we have the ability, and if you're watching this, you know, and we want, and that's the other thing too, that Mir teaches. He doesn't actually teach. What he actually does is he shows us how to know again.
Exactly.
Because we all have that ability. And more than anything, what he wants for us is to regain our ability and our knowingness, so that we don't even need him. It's not like I've been to other programs too, where they just want to upsell you and they teach you a little bit and a little bit more, and they keep selling you over the years.
Right.
Their goal for you is to know. And that's what this unique class will do in the Yoga Sutras. So you can discover the truth for yourself.
Yes.
And that's what's more valuable than that.
Yeah,
He doesn't even charge. And I know, because we've had Bao, you were those classes, masterclass. He charges $1,000 for one webinar, like 2.5 hours. And there's people, they paid it. We were with the whole group.
Yeah.
Because it was worth it. This webinar, he doesn't even charge. It's a gift for him to the community, to the world, because it's so needed at this time.
Exactly.
He doesn't have to do all this. It's just because of his willingness to help a lot of people. So, you know, you guys, you know, if you know about how he loved people, then you're going to be able to, you know, want to check out and look for yourself. Everything can be done about any situation. So if you really have a situation in your life about health, about wealth, about happiness, whatever, just check it out. You will learn like some 1 or 2 sentences that he say, and if you really learn it, it's really changed the way that you think about that situation right away. It's just like that. It's, you know, I know that everybody here experienced the same thing.
Yeah, definitely. And the other, which is also unique, I've been to many, as I said, many seminars with Tony Robbins and all these other people. You go to the seminar, you attend a webinar, and that's it. Where with Meir, if you have questions, if you need help, you can actually email him. Like, who is going to help you on that level? Right. Even in the beginning, like, as I said, I was really in a bad state emotionally. So I would call him 2, 3, 4 in the morning because I was completely like, oh no, Meir, what do I do? This or that happened. And he would actually help me. He was there. It's one of the most caring, genuinely caring people that I know on the planet.
Yeah, and that's so true, because in this particular webinar that he is doing, he is truly uncovering some of the things that we have been literally hiding. Like, some of these things are so obvious when he makes us look, because these things generally that are problematic and we are fighting very hard, that is a clear indication that we are not on the right track. So when he tells us to have a look, and webinar that he is doing,
Right.
that, you know what, just have a look at this aspect, then it becomes so clear. And that's why I'm so happy and looking forward to this training tomorrow.
Yeah.
And that's true. I'm so surprised that he's offering this for free. So I really urge you, if you're watching this right now, sign up right now for this free training and see for yourself if it's for you. Because
Yeah.
the moment you understand what he's trying to explain to you, definitely it will change your viewpoint in the seminar itself, in this
Right.
particular webinar. And then you can decide for yourself whether it's for you or it may not be for you. But this
Yeah.
will be a test for you to see if you really want to make a big shift in the way that things are operating for you and around you. This will be the training for you. So
Definitely. We are looking.
meerezra.com/yoga. That's the site you can go to. Again, it's meerezra.com/yoga.
And
Yeah.
what I would like to add is that don't consider that you might be either too young or too old or too this or too that. Be a lifelong student of how to learn and know. And that's what Meir will be doing. As a matter of fact, he himself once told us that every day he spends 2 or 3 hours studying new things himself.
Exactly.
Yeah, so we can learn from him and then apply it in our life. Doesn't matter how old we are.
Definitely. And if you have any questions, feel free, put them in the comments. We're here for you. We definitely want to support you in any way that we can as well. So feel free to leave us a comment, ask questions. I'm sure that Amit and Swapna will be also more than happy to help you and support you with any challenges. Well, I'm excited myself to attend the webinar again tomorrow. We'll be there ourselves.
Yes. All right, perfect. Thank you so much for joining us, and thank you, friends. It was a nice party online that we could have and share.
It sure was.
Yeah, it was fun. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Amit, for the invitation.
Oh, thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye. Love you. So see you tomorrow. Sign up right now. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.